But I'm just so glad it's skateboarding. It's been the one thing that came to me at the right time. It could have been anything I imagined, but skateboarding was what it was. That's why I love skateboarding to death. That's right when I found skateboarding. Like, my friend showed me and I was like latched onto it because it was the only thing at that time that was really fun and like my escape. And I fell in love with it, you know?
What's up, my G's? Welcome back to the podcast. Each and every episode is brought to you by All I Need. We got some brand new t-shirts up on the All I Need site. I haven't posted these anywhere. You guys are getting the first look at them. So if you head to ALLiNEEDSKATE.com, there is a shop right there, and you can check out these brand new tees. These t-shirts are for sale now. This is a pre-book, so if you place your order now, you will get them July 15th. That's when they will ship to you. We got 4 new t-shirts. We got the Defenders of the Deep tee. We got the Built to Last t-shirt, the American Legends t-shirt, and the Fly High tee. This is all brand new art. Each shirt has a left chest print and a full back print as well. There's 4 different colors, 4 different designs. Again, you can pre-book your shirt now at ALLiNEEDSKATE.com. These are hands down the best t-shirts you will ever own. On July 10th, we will be throwing a skate jam at Uxbridge, Mass Skate Park. This is the All I Need Summer Jam Skate Contest. You can sign up at ALLiNEEDSKATE.com, lock in your spot. If you sign up online and lock in your spot, it saves us some time on the day of the event because then we already have you signed up and we can get right to the epic skateboarding. There's going to be 3 divisions. We will have a beginner's division. We will also have a 35 and over division. And we will have an advanced division. I reached out to Brandon Westgate to tell him to come by the event. I also heard Clyde Singleton might roll to the contest. And I hit up Donnie Barley myself and asked him to come. So hopefully these guys will all show up. That would be epic. It is sponsored by All I Need, World Industries, and Vulture Crew. The contest is $50 to sign up. All that money goes directly back to the skate park to build more ramps. So if you come, sign up, pay that $50, that money goes directly back into supporting the skate park and building it up. You are the one who's helping build that park with your shredding. Support Uxbridge Skate Park and join in on the epic skate jams, maybe win some prizes. Head to ALLiNEEDSKATE.com, lock in your spot right there, and I'll see you guys on July 10th. I will be there. I will be the man on the microphone. Also, when you're on the site, make sure to check out all our skateboards. We got banners, we got shorts, tons of different t-shirts, all types of epic goodies right there on the All I Need Skate site. ALLiNEEDSKATE.com. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? I know I am. Hairy chest, all that stuff. Hairy shoulders, hairy arms. Never uncomfortable at the beach. Ever. You're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right. The 4.0, complement your dad bod or six-pack with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for your 20% off plus free shipping with the code AIN. Again, these shoulders, I need to shave them. These arms, not going to shave them. Just got to deal with that shit. The nuts, I need to shave them. I'm a hairy man. A lot of testosterone. Shit just grows like crazy. Grows everywhere on my body except where I wish it would grow. Cruel prank? Possibly, yes. Who knows? But I have no problem producing hair. Just up here is the problem. Everywhere else, not a problem. Thank God I got my Manscaped. Check it out. They just recently sent me the Weed Whacker, which is hilarious. This is electric nose and ear hair trimmer, which I'm excited for because usually I'm sitting here plucking the hairs off the top of my ears because I'm a goddamn caveman. Or sitting here going, oh, ripping out nose hairs like I'm a goddamn savage. Just got to go wash my hands. Jesus Christ, dude. But yeah, now I got the Weed Whacker, so none of that. If you get one, make sure to use the promo code AIN, save 20%, and get free shipping. And let me know what you think of this thing. I'm excited to use it. Let's open it. Oh, God, the packaging. Here's a close-up of what the Weed Whacker looks like. Oh, man, live performance right here. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I can hear it working. Oh, my God. Doesn't hurt at all. I just got my nose hairs everywhere. Dang. I feel like I can breathe now. You hear that? Nothing in there. The air is just going in and out. There's no hair in the way anymore. Also, just so you can see, this is the Lawnmower 4.0. Again, this just came in the mail, so I'm excited to use it. I've been using the 3.0, which works awesome. And this has some updates to it. A little different shape. Looks a little sleeker. Let's see what it says. This trimmer is insane, and dare I say the GOAT of all ball trimmers. Yeah, I said it. This 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-function on-off switch which engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Did I mention the trimmer is waterproof too? In the shower, in the wild, and from your chest pubes all the way down to your ball fro. The Lawnmower 4.0 is the best trimmer for you. And again, my call to action is get 20% off plus free shipping with the code AIN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code AIN at manscaped.com. This episode is also brought to you by World Industries. Please check out worldindustries.com. The online store is going away. We are going to shut up the online store and sell direct to retailers, but while it's still up there, head to worldindustries.com and we have t-shirts, we have skateboards, all types of goodies up there that you can cop. Tons of Flame Boy, Wet Willy stuff. 2 of my favorites. Kevin Clem Pro Model. Bunch of epic stickers. There's videos up there. All types of goodies at worldindustries.com. If you support any of these sponsors, it directly helps this show and helps the All I Need movement. And you are the shit if you do. If you are listening to the audio, or if you just want to help support the podcast, go to the iTunes store and rate and review this podcast. That'll help us out. Make sure you do. Today's episode is with my friend Nick MATLIN. Nick is a skater. I've seen him over the years just constantly killing it with the quick feet, the tech tricks, just nonstop, man. Today we sat down to catch up and talk about his roots in Florida, talk about skating for brands, starting some brands like Paradise Wheels, skating for Santa Cruz, and later becoming the team manager for Santa Cruz. This was an awesome conversation, and Nick is one of my favorites, man. And I believe he just put out a part not that long ago. He's 42 years old, putting out parts with NBDs for him, tricks he's never done, and they're tech-ass tricks, man. He's still on fire, and he's just a genuine epic human, man. This was really fun, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will catch you on the flip side. All I need, my G's. What's up, Nick?
Shit, just chilling.
Dude, stoked. I was a little late today, but thanks for your
it's all good.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about dogs off air, but I got Emma and I got Elwood. I got 2 dogs, small dogs. Yeah. Emma's a Boston Terrier mixed with like a Chihuahua, and you were saying you had a pit bull, right?
Yeah, I have a pit bull Chihuahua.
That's awesome. Yeah, she's adorable, dude.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's like almost 9 years old now.
Is that your only dog you've ever had, or did you have like family dogs and stuff?
No, we had family dogs, but
Nice.
She's like the first dog that me and my wife ever got together.
Oh yeah, dude. I know that. I had my Amber. We used to have a beagle. That was our first, like me and my lady's first dog together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I guess how we'll start this off, like I was saying, is maybe like give me an introduction to how you got into skating.
So, no, don't put it into let me take that away from her before she gets too crazy.
That'd be hilarious. It's just like squeak, squeak. I've had Elwood do that all the time.
She was sleeping till we started talking.
Oh, sick. Now she's ready to play, dude.
Yeah. No, so my parents owned a pet store. I'm from a small town called Newport Richey, Florida.
Okay, you are. Some people are telling me you're from Florida.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes from Tampa. It's like the town's really shitty. It's like a lot of drug problems and like it's bad. You know, a
Yeah.
little ghetto like beach town.
Oh yeah. We got them
You
up
know?
here in Massachusetts, man. Not so much. I get not so much beach town, but we have some spots.
Yeah, it's got its moments. But so it's like the same town Mike McGill's from.
Oh, sick.
So I think it was like the summer of '87. My parents had a pet store in the same plaza that Mike McGill's skate shop was in.
That's so wild. Like a pet store. Like, what are we talking? What do
Oh,
we
they,
have?
they they had like birds. They were like exotic birds, pretty much.
Sick.
And like when your parents own a business in the summer, you go to work with them.
Yeah.
You know. So there's just a big crowd in the parking lot, and I went out there to see what was going on, and there was a freaking skateboard demo in the parking lot of my parents' place.
What? That's so sick.
And that was the first time I saw skating, and they were literally launching over a car.
Dude, those videos are always awesome. I don't know if I've ever been to like a car launching session, but I've definitely seen it.
Was
What's that?
87. This was 1987. That's what people did.
Like bring out the Corvette, dude. We're launching this bitch.
Dude, I didn't even know what was going on. I just saw him flying through the air, and I was like, I want to do that. That's cool.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
then, I begged my parents for a skateboard.
And they were cool with it.
Oh, yeah, they got us they got me and my little brother like some cheap ones at first. And then after a few months when they saw that like we were kind of into it, then they bought us real boards.
What age were you when you got your first board?
I think I was 7.
Damn, dude, that's early.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I started skating when I was 12, going on 13.
Yeah, see, I got sponsored by 9.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know how it was like complete like by accident kind of thing.
That's sick, dude.
But yeah, in 2 years I ended up getting sponsored.
You must have been skating your ass off. I guarantee it.
It was well back then it was all transition, so it was for mini ramp and vert.
Whoa, that's so crazy. But because to think about your skating now, it's like a lot of ledge and like technical stuff.
Yeah, I don't skate like any big transition, like anymore. Like that shit scares the hell out of me.
Dude, me too. I have like I think it's like a 6-foot limit. I hate to say a limit, but like after that, I like feel like I'm a slam hard.
Yeah, it's scary, dude. But like when you're a little kid, that you don't even think about that kind of shit,
Were you padded up too, maybe?
Oh yeah. They made you wear full pads back then at the skate parks.
Nice, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And you're in Florida, so it's probably humid as balls for sure.
Oh my God. I didn't know any better though. I just thought that was like normal weather everywhere.
Oh, that's true. Then you're kind of like, that's your normal breath. So that might not be a bad thing.
Yeah, I didn't know any better till the first time I came to California and like felt the weather in San Diego, and I was like, what the hell?
You're like, this is how I'm supposed to be breathing?
Yeah, I was like so surprised.
There's
Like,
not
go
a
skating and not sweat. You're like, dude, I'm not sweating and I've been skating for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's like if you ever skate Arizona and then you like don't even realize you're sweating, but at the end of the day, you just have like salt stains on your shirt. And you're like,
Uh-huh.
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so funny.
So who sponsored you? Who was the first sponsor?
So first sponsor was Dogtown Adventure.
Damn, good start right there.
And it happened. So they had a big pro contest in St. Petersburg. And then like the day after the contest, I just happened to be at McGill Skate Park then, because they had a skate park in Oldsmar. And I was just skating. I didn't know what was going on. There's pros there or whatever. I'm just skating, like little kid, don't know what's happening.
Hell yeah, maybe getting
And
in
when
the way.
I was probably getting in the way. I think I snaked people. Who knows,
Yeah,
like little shithead kid.
classic.
And then when I was done skating, my dad came up to me and he's like, hey, these guys want to meet you. And it was Keith Conkran and Greg Carroll.
Whoa, sick.
And they were like, yeah, they're gonna send you boards and trucks, wheels, like they're gonna hook you up. And I was like, what does that mean? They're like, we're gonna sponsor you. And I was like, okay. I still didn't
Dang.
know what that meant, you
Yeah.
know, but I
That's
started
crazy.
getting free stuff every month, and it was like amazing.
Those two guys are legends.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Now that I think about it, it was crazy. Back then, I had no idea what was going on.
That's so crazy, man. And it was only 2 years into skating, which is even more
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. And it lasted about 2 years.
Hell yeah. They just send you box and did you do a bunch of contests too, or were you filming
I was
parts?
doing mini ramp contests and stuff, but what happened was skateboarding changed from like 89 to 91, like drastically. Late flips, pressure flips, super tech, go slow, I
Yeah.
couldn't do any of that stuff.
Dude, fuck.
So when they saw that the only thing I could still do is skate ramps, they're like, see you later, kid.
They're like, yo, nice backside disaster, but can you P flip? You're like, oh.
Nope. So that was like the end of my sponsor career for like probably 6 years.
Whoa, gnarly. What are we doing
Yeah,
this? What do we do in the 6 years?
just being a dumb kid in a small town, getting in trouble and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, nice, dude.
I was still skating, but it wasn't like I was trying to keep up with it,
Yeah.
Like I was so discouraged with like watching new videos and like, oh, I want to do that. And you go out to a curb and you're like, that's fucking impossible.
True.
I had to like relearn how to skate. Like I couldn't skate street.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could ollie up a curb and like do a little 50-50, but like I couldn't skate street. If you would have told me to do a kickflip in 1990, I couldn't do it.
Oh
I was
man.
already a sponsored skateboarder winning AM contests.
Wow, that's insane. Imagine that nowadays. There's got to be
Yeah.
one dude who can't kickflip, but he can do everything
Oh,
else.
it's Mike Frazier.
Oh, perfect. That's so funny. Dude. He's
That's
still
how
killing.
Frazier was back then. So
Frazier's still killing it.
it was a common thing to be like a mini ramp skater, and you don't really know how to skate street. You just skated mini ramps.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You can get caught on a mini ramp your whole life and have fun.
Yeah, it was super fun, real fun.
Yeah. I did the opposite, Nick. I like started skating street because I was in like New Hampshire, and then I moved to New Bedford, Mass, and it was just curbs and like small city life and just skating around like that. And then I
Yeah,
found like transition because friend would build like a shitty quarter pipe in the basement with PVC coping, and you start like figuring it out,
yeah. My parents, they built us a mini ramp for me and my brother,
Legends.
and my dad would call it the babysitter.
Sick. That's
Then we
awesome,
didn't have
dude.
to leave the house, we just go out in the backyard and skate.
It's so crazy because like to think about it now is like that's such a solid move to have that ramp, and
Yeah,
it is like a babysitter, right? Just kind of go there and figure out your shit and try to learn some tricks.
yeah, and I mean that's why I didn't really skate street. I had a perfect mini ramp, just skate ramp all day. Go to skate park, skate the mini ramp there. I could skate like the street contests back then because it was just basically a spread out mini ramp,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
crazy.
But
Um,
like what ended up happening is I didn't skate for like try to do anything with my skating till about 96.
dang, sick. That's a good year to get into it
Yeah,
again.
and what happened was I saw an Eastern Exposure,
Ooh,
and it like changed my whole mindset about skating because those guys were doing like just go fast, do cool shit.
yeah, like pushing down the road, hitting curb cuts, and just
Yeah,
booking.
and it made me stoked. So that's how I got back into skating. And then I met Mike Rosa and all those guys, Mike Mancini and John Buchanan and those guys.
Oh, so good. All those dudes, good style, good
Yeah.
skating.
So I met them at like a Tampa all ages contest when I was probably 16. So I
Yes.
probably stopped skating 12-ish, and then kind of got back into it when I was like 16. And I went from skating and winning AM contests on mini ramp to all age street contest.
Dang, sick. Nice switch up.
It went backwards.
It's good though because they had some tranny. Like all those Tampas always have some tranny, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But at that time, I wasn't skating tranny at all. So I had learned how to skate street.
Oh, you switch. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It took a while.
That was like me,
But
like trying to learn backside disasters after I already could do like flip tricks and stuff. It was like so
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
it's so funny. But yeah, Mike and those guys would like pick me up, take me to Orlando. I'd stay with Rose's family, and we just skate all the time. And at that time, I like turned 16. My parents like didn't really care about me skating anymore. They didn't really care what I did as long as I didn't go to jail, basically.
Yeah. And you weren't like a shithead, right?
No, I
Good.
stayed out of trouble. I've never been arrested or anything, but I've done stupid shit where
Yeah.
now I look back like, what the fuck was I thinking?
It's good that you
know?
can look back and think that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I should have known better.
I'll
But,
I'll join that club with you for sure. Dude.
yeah. Everybody we know is pretty much in that club.
Yeah. Part of learning.
Yeah, so pretty much at like 16, I start skating with Rosa and those guys a lot. And then Montesi opens West Side Skate Shop. Yep.
Such a
So in
legend.
97, John kind of, like I've known John since I was probably 8 years old.
Buchanan.
Montesi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Montesi.
Yeah, so John sat me down in like 97, was like, look, I think you're ready. Like, here's some stuff I think you need to change a little bit, like with my attitude, what I was doing in life, partying, stupid shit.
That's sick
let
that
me
he
let me
did
kind of
that.
set you on the right path,
Yeah.
like listen to me and I'll help you. And so I started skating for West Side, and then John got me sponsored again, took me to California and started doing everything for me.
You met John because he opened up the shop, and then you met him.
No, I knew John since I was like a little ass kid.
Oh, sick. Yeah, because he's
they're,
been
they're
around.
from the same area. It's like Montesi, Mike Dare, Lance Conklin, George Dare, Scott Conklin, Bo Turner. There's a whole bunch of guys from there. Schaefer and those guys I knew when I was kids. Ryan Clemens, all those guys.
It's
They're
such
all
a
from my
heavy.
area. But I'm 6 years younger than them, so I was like the little kid they just picked on and fucked with.
Yeah.
And when I got sponsored, those guys were pissed because they wanted to be sponsored. I got sponsored just by accident,
That's awesome. That's the
But I
best
don't
thing
think
I've
those
heard.
guys- I don't think they were like happy for me. I think they were more like pissed off, like why did this little shithead get hooked up,
Hey, sorry for you, you know?
And it took years and years and years for a lot of those guys to be really cool to me. But
Yeah.
Montesi was always one of the dudes that were cool to me.
That's awesome.
And later on, John is the reason why I even got anywhere in skating.
Yeah, Montesi's the man, dude. He's been supporting the things I'm doing too through like getting all I need and world boards and stuff and just
Yeah, he'll do everything for everybody.
yeah, he's the man. That's awesome, dude. So let's see. Where are we now? How old are we now and where are we? Set the
I'm, what is it, 97? So, yeah, 17. Or no, yeah. I'm 18,
an adult.
and, so that's a pretty late start to get hooked up again,
Yeah,
and that was a big deal back then.
definitely.
I remember being like 22 and not pro yet, and people being like, fucking man, you're too old already,
Yo.
like that back then.
I forgot about that. That actually was like a thing, a man-am thing where they try to put pressure on you.
Yeah. And like, you're like, dude, I'm 22. I'm like that, not that fucking old. Now you can turn pro at like 27, 28, and like, it's all about skills. It doesn't matter your fucking age. It's a matter what you do on your skateboard.
Yeah, agreed. I didn't go pro until I was like I want to say 27, 28. It was like a long time for sure.
Yeah, I was 24 or 25.
Nice. That's a good age. That's actually perfect, man.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad, whatever. But people were like, back then it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like Greg Carroll made me, so I had a venture, like I was getting venture ads and stuff back then.
Sick.
And I've always had a beard since I was like 18 or 19 years old.
They gave you shit for the beard.
Dude, in order to get my ad, I had to shave my beard and take a portrait with a truck. And if I didn't take the ad with no beard, they weren't going to run the photo.
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
Like, that's how, like, they were like, you're not marketable. You look old.
Dude. That's hilarious.
That's just kind of how it was back then, you know?
Yeah, I do. I've had a beard for a long time too.
Yeah.
It's just one of those
It
things.
was funny. But I mean, like, but to Greg Carroll's defense, I called Greg Carroll in probably like 98 after not talking to him for like 6 or 7 years and kind of told him what was going on. Told him I was like, you know, I'm back into skating. I just got hooked up with John's shop. I'm trying to do all this again. But like, it's hard for me to like get stuff. And he instantly put me back on Venture and started sending me think boards so I get back on my feet.
Damn, that's sick. Some support, like right when you're looking for it.
Yeah, like perfect.
Yeah,
So Greg took care of me for a while, and I rode for Venture for like 13 years after that.
that's so wild. Venture's been around for so long. It's crazy to think.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
it's crazy.
Do you remember your first like photo in a magazine?
Yeah, it was in Thrasher. It was like the issue with Jim Greco switch frontside flipping the Lincoln stairs.
Damn, sick.
And it was like a middle of a page and then had a sequence of Mark Appleyard going around me.
That's what, really?
Yeah, and it was
Oh, because it was like a tour article or something?
yeah, it was a Philly article and I was doing a blunt slide off this like stair ledge. It was probably like, I don't know, like 8 stairs and went flat out, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I was by Frankie.
Oh, he shot the photo?
Yeah.
Dude, Thrasher, that's sick. My first photo was in Thrasher too. Is
Nice.
shot by Patrick Odell, and it was a Smith grind in New Bedford, Mass, where Solstice Skate Shop is. You know
Oh,
Solstice?
okay.
Yeah. And,
Nice. Yeah, and I remember like I was in Atlanta and Thomas Taylor's like, you got a photo in Thrasher. We're at his shop. And I was like, don't fucking fuck with me, you know? He like got the mag and he's like, look, dude. And I was like, holy shit.
dude,
It actually got ran, you know?
yeah, you made it into the skate Bible, dude. That's way sick.
Yeah, it was crazy. First and only time in Thrasher.
Oh shit, sick.
That was the only one I made.
Thomas's shop, right? Is it Stratosphere?
Yep.
Yeah, sick. I've been there before. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Though.
Him and Montesi are super close.
Yeah. Where are you at right now?
I live in San Francisco.
How's it going there, man?
It's
I'm
great.
on the whole other side of the country, so I don't know.
I know.
What's the vibes? What's going on out there?
It's, you know, a little slightly COVID still, but a little bit more freer, you know.
Yeah, nice. That's good to hear, dude. To be honest, because if you just
Yeah,
watch,
I mean,
if you just watch shit on the phone and the news app and everything,
oh
it's
my
like
God.
everything's falling apart everywhere.
No, here it's like you wear a mask if you go inside or if you're like in a large group outside.
Yeah,
It's like, who fucking cares, you know? I wear a mask to go to work, take it off when I leave work. No big deal.
yeah. They just lifted the mask restrictions here in Massachusetts. I think like if you're a private business, you can like enforce it if you want, but like
Mhm.
it was so sick. Yesterday and the day before, I just felt like I was celebrating because like we go to this indoor park here called the Edge, and we're always skating.
Yeah.
And I skated with all these like Grom kids that I shred with, like the All I Need Flow kids, and it was just sick to see them ripping again, and they're laughing and stuff. It's like you don't just have a mask, you know. So it's
I know.
they're exercising with no mask on. And I was like, this is sick. Like the hype is real, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy,
It was just nice to have some relief, you know.
right?
Nice. All right, let's go back to the timeline in the story, because it continues. You did a
Oh,
bunch.
yeah,
You've done a bunch of stuff with Tampa, and tell me a little bit more about what you've done with like being sponsored or sponsoring people and.
Yeah, So the timeline went, like 98. I think I started getting flowed media boards because Dave Dern.
Yeah, media. I remember media with Gary Smith too, right? He was on there.
Yep.
Sick,
So I
man.
got media boards for like 6 months, and I did a video part for Progression. Remember that video magazine?
Dude, I have one of the weirdest slams ever in a progression video.
Nice.
It was a tray flip lip slide, but one of my foots missed it and it wrapped around and hit the bar on the handrail, so it clotheslined my feet and I just body slammed. It was
Jesus.
intense, yeah.
That's why I never flipped into a rail. Never took those kind of risks. That shit's gnarly.
Yeah, it was a bad day.
It was a bad day.
But yeah, progression was sick, man. So you worked on a part there?
So I got a part in Progression. It came out at one of the ASR shows.
Fuck yeah, I forgot about
And-
those.
Yeah. And so Jeff Kendall saw it and hit me up and found me at ASR, and I started getting Santa Cruz stuff,
Nice.
which is crazy because later on I ended up being a Santa Cruz team manager
That's right.
20 years later. you know,
Yeah, that's amazing.
That only lasted like 6 months. There was talks of me getting full on the team and getting paid and all this stuff. But what happened was it was like the whole Baker thing happened. So it became stunt oriented.
Oh, dude, I remember
And-
this.
I'm a fucking tech skater. I don't jump. So it was like when it came time to like, they want me to like film like a part like the fucking Baker dudes. It's like, I can't do that, dude. That's not like why you sponsored me. You sponsored me for this other style of skating. It's not what I do. you know?
Yeah, you're like trying to put the square thing into the hole. You know?
Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong. Like I can grind a big rail, but like I'm not frontside flipping over a 12-stair handrail. Like, I can't flip my board down stuff. I can do rails, I can skate hubbas, but flipping down shit just does not work for me.
Yeah, it's weird
They
that
wanted that at that time.
yeah, it's weird that the industry does that because then they went to like remember the D3 Osiris Super Tech days. There was like
Mhm.
certain influences. I think maybe because it was just certain magazines and videos back then.
Yeah.
It's not all everyone has a phone and everything's out there.
Yeah, and at that time I was living with Tyrone Olson in San Diego. So
Wow.
that's like what they were doing down there. It was like a tech scene. So I was skating tech. I was in San Diego. That's what you did.
Yeah.
And at the next ASR show 6 months later, they have like some kind of like industry party, and I guess me and Tyrone were kind of going off a little bit at the
Sure.
party, maybe a little too hard.
Good for you.
So what happened was I call for a box. He says, "Oh yeah, I'll send you a box, no problem." A week later, I got a letter in the mail kicking me off Santa Cruz because they don't think I represent the company properly.
Dude, you like to party, bro, too much.
And then when I get hired by Santa Cruz 20 years later, it's like, help us push these Pabst Blue Ribbon boards.
Full circle.
Yeah. Like, isn't this why I got kicked off?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So from Santa Cruz, I went to Supernaut.
Oh, dude. Sorry to keep cutting you off, but everything I've clearly followed all your skating and all this generation a lot. Supernaut was so amazing. They came to New Bedford too and did demos when I was younger, which was a huge impact on me. Like seeing the team and ripping this little like prefab park that I was learning all my tricks at. And
Yeah.
Supernaut came through and just like it was like, wow, that's what's possible.
And all those dudes are so cool and easy to talk to and hang with, you know?
Yeah, the most epic humans and then good style and skating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I wrote for Supernaut, and what happened? So we do the Supernaut video, Urban Canvas. And I have a full part in that, and they say, we're to give you a board now. Go skate Slam City Jam.
Oh,
So-
man. Oh,
I
man.
go skate Slam City Jam.
They're slamming the title, bro.
I know. I unfortunately got really hurt like about a month before it, I got hurt landing a trick.
Oh man,
Like
that's
one of
weird.
those like mega hot pockets, you know?
Yep.
And it was the same. So like the Gino, like at Lockwood, he does like the bump over the planter backside flip.
So good.
So I back heeled that. When I landed, I hot pocketed and like fucked my ankle up.
And
Like
you rode
really
away
bad.
though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a hit back heel flip, you could somehow ride away from injuring yourself.
Yeah. So about a month later, Sam City Jam, I still can't kickflip or anything. Like my ankle's fucked.
They're
So
like,
I
get
just
at
like
it.
do kind of like whatever run, no big deal, whatever. I'll skate Tampa in a month. So I go to Tampa, like warming up for Tampa Pro like 2 days before it, feeling really fucking good. Like I felt really solid on my board. Like I could actually do pretty good.
Yeah.
Roll the shit out of my ankle.
Oh, dude, brutal.
Just completely roll the shit out of my ankle. So I
The,
can't
un-
skate that contest.
the universe is like, here you go, Nick. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
And then about 2 months later, they stopped doing super knot.
Heartbreaking.
Like right, they printed a couple boards. Like here's some test boards. Like check it out. You know.
Yeah.
So by that time, now I'm pro. I'm never gonna get sponsored by anybody else ever again.
Unless,
Basically.
unless you fucking huck yourself, bro, because that would be the next
Yeah.
option. And you're
So
like, oh.
actually, what they did was they're still like were loyal to me, and they put me on Unbelievers.
Oh, rad. What was Unbelievers?
That was Jeremy Fish and Scott Bourne's company.
Oh, dude, I remember now. Black
That
Arm,
had
dude.
the thickest fucking graphics.
That's awesome. Yeah, of course you did. That's so
So I got
sick.
to ride for them for a long time, but I was pro with never had a board with them.
That's wild. That's wild to think.
Yeah. And then trying to think. I ended up getting boards, like guest boards for companies and stuff later on, and like for my smaller companies, you know.
Like who? Tell me.
I had a couple boards for like my buddy's company. It was called Beer Run at the time.
Yes, I know Beer Run.
Yeah. And then some West Side boards. Unfortunately my Super Knot board never came out. That would have been like my legit first pro board, you know.
Yeah, but it's still like epic that someone like in the future was like, yeah, this dude deserves it and we can do it. So let's get it, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, at that time, I already knew I wasn't going to make a living off skating, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was making enough to get by, but I knew it was never going to be something where I could like not have to hustle or make a part-time job happen, you know?
Yeah. That's
I
not a
had
bad.
already accepted that way back in the fucking day, you know?
Yeah. When I was younger, I kind of like had that kind of looming over me too. Like I always was like I could get sponsored and do a lot of cool stuff, but I also was like always aware that I'm gonna get old and like have to like deal with that, you know? Like
I mean, most of the traveling I did for my skate career until I was a team manager was me working and making money and traveling with my friends.
that's sick though. That's on your dime and you're just like pure passion,
Like,
you know?
we just made everything happen for ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
And we got, like a lot of our crew got hooked up and turned pro, but it was like a lot of those guys rode for DNA. So like I would just go on syndrome tours because I rode for FKD, but they take me on the DNA and status trips. Just hop in the van, all your friends are on it. Fuck it, come along.
Yep.
And I
That's
didn't skate for them, but I got to do a lot of shit kind of like that. And then what was it? Trying to think where I was living because I've moved all over the fucking place.
me too. I have that same issue. I've moved so much that it's like fragments my timeline. I don't know when I lived where.
Yeah, because I first moved to, well, I wouldn't say moved. I went and couch surfed in Atlanta when I was like 17, 18 for 6 months to a year. And then migrated to Philly for like 3 years couch surfing.
Damn, all the epic places.
And then moved down to San Diego and stayed with Tyrone, of course, couch surfing. But eventually Tyrone started making a lot of money from Osiris. So he had a house with an extra room. I just had my own bedroom. He was just stay and live with me and skate.
What was that like staying with Tyrone when he's like making a bunch of money? Was he raging too?
Dude, we were going fucking nuts.
Having the time, huh?
I mean, he was pulling big checks, man. He was having fun, and he was skating as fucking. He'd party to 6 in the morning and be up at 10 and grind a 15 stair rail.
Dude, some of the shit he's done on a skateboard is insane to me.
He worked for his shit, dude. Like,
You could tell. Yeah.
He's a cool dude. He took care of me for a long time.
Yeah, he's a legend.
I mean, I had no money. I was living in his house. He'd barbecue and feed me. Fucking, here's some weed. Fucking, I'm going on a Cyrus trip. Here's the keys to my Cadillac. Go to LA, hang out with your friends. Like,
what a legend.
Right? You know? And then
thank God for cool people like that, bro.
Yeah. And then eventually I started staying in LA. And that was in Hollywood. And that was with this was at this girl Rita's house. She was friends with Montesi and all those guys. And she was like a Dwindle rep. And me, Danny Renaud, Ryan Nix, and this dude Jesse and Mike Rosa, we'd all stay at her house for like months.
That's sick.
Like she was like basically our skate mom.
That's epic. That's a heavy squad too, Nick.
Yeah, and she lived on the same street as Mike Range, who was the guy who made Logic. After he frankly, it became Mike Range's projects. And so he lived on that street, and that's why you'd always see our group in every Logic video.
Oh, that's perfect.
We skated with him every day.
Those Logic videos were fucking classic too, man.
Dude, they were good. Like Mike had a good eye for skating. He made good videos, you know?
Definitely. Dude, and
that's
Mike,
kind of like what pushed our like coverage, you know, and kind of got us out there.
It takes that, man. You got to have someone that has like a little bit of a vision and want to get things done, and then surround yourself with epic skaters that are down.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember like in 2002 was like my good year. And I had got like 15 photos in magazines that year or something crazy.
Damn, that's epic.
It was insane. And then it kind of like, after I got hurt a bunch of times, it kind of died down.
What were the injuries that bothered you?
I just kept rolling my ankle.
Yeah.
And
Ankles.
both of them. I'd roll my front ankle, get better, and I'd roll my back ankle, and I'd roll my front ankle. You know, it was always my ankles. And then in my wrists, but that never kept me from skating. You know, get a cast, keep skating.
Yeah.
My ankles were always terrible.
Yeah, ankles are like one that it's really hard to like get them back to 100, and then like you have to like really do like serious physical therapy, and then and then it's true, just like skating in general, like you stick with anything long enough there that has any risk involved, like you're bound to get injured again and again. Like I've been skating for how many years? You've been skating roughly?
Probably 35.
That's your skate age. Then you're technically 35 right now in skateboarding.
I'm 42.
Yeah, I think I've been skating for 25.
Nice.
Yeah, quarter of a century. But dude, endless injuries for sure. But most of them heal fine. But then you get like some that you just don't figure out, you know?
Yeah, I never really got really hurt until I needed surgery. Like needed surgery kind of hurt until I was 36 or something.
What was the surgery you had?
I fucking broke my foot in half.
Oh my God, skating?
Yeah.
Ooh, go.
Like complete fluke, just like went to wall ride this thing, like a little slant wall over some steps with the Santa Cruz guys one day. We were out skating. And I was like, oh, they're doing it so easy. It looks so fun, you know? And I just kind of like leaned back too much and flew out. And was like kind of like belly flop style. And the first thing that hit was my foot with all my weight.
Gnarly.
It broke all the little bones across the top of my foot.
Could you tell like the second it happened?
Oh, I was like, I broke my foot. I gotta go to the hospital. Like instantly. I just knew. You know, and like Blake Johnson basically just picked me up and carried me to the fucking van.
Oh, dude, that always sucks when you're the guy getting carried.
Oh, yeah. No. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be the team manager and not the fucking dude getting taken to the hospital, you know?
Yeah. I've had moments where I've been the dude injured for sure.
Yeah. So I go to the hospital. They tell me, you know, like, yeah, you're gonna have to get surgery. but I had to wait 2 weeks because my foot was so fucking swollen.
What
So
they
once
do? What they do to like get the swelling down? Just
I just
ice
had to
on it.
wait it out with ice and shit. It was just like really bad, you know?
Yeah,
My foot was yellow and purple, like it was gnarly. I couldn't, it took almost 9 months to recover fully.
that's a serious injury.
Yeah, it was bad. And I got hurt in April. I couldn't even try to walk until July.
Some time out for you.
Yeah. So what they did was they put pins under my toes that went up and pushed those bones back in place. And the pins stuck out of the fucking skin under my toes.
Oh my
So I
God, like
couldn't put any weight on my fucking foot for 8 weeks.
that's like fucking Hellraiser. Remember the dude with the pins in his head?
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
under my toes. I'd be sleeping sometimes and they get caught on like the blanket and
oh,
yank on it. Like fucking the worst pain ever, dude.
that's
So
insane.
once they take the pins out, I gotta wait another week for the stitches to come out. Then I can start walking. So that was probably in July. And then maybe by September, I'm able to walk without, no, middle of August, I'm able to walk without crutches and stuff.
Yeah, and I
First, it
think,
was like crutching everywhere, going to rehab, you know,
yeah,
and then
that thing's like
pain.
not gonna be perfect either, right?
Yeah, like I'm taking the Santa Cruz dudes on trips, and I'm walking around on my fucking cane, you know.
Gnarly.
I'm at like the fucking Vans contest in Vancouver, that bowl thing, like getting Winkowski to skate, but I'm like on the platform with a fucking cane, I can't even move, you know.
Dude, old man Matlin. Old
Yeah,
man Matlin.
but that was terrible, and that's probably the worst thing ever, you know.
Yeah.
And that took about 9 months for me to like start to fuck around skating.
Which
And
was
then
probably
probably,
the best time ever, like the best feeling, I bet.
yeah, I like literally just like started skating mini ramp again at first, just kind of like taking it easy. Like, can I run out of this? You know, like a little easier kind of shit.
Smart.
And then probably about after 6 months, I started feeling normal again and like got the like fear out of my head, you know?
Which foot was it? Your back or
My
front?
back foot.
Yeah, so your popping foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
But
trying
now
to.
it's like my toes are pretty much paralyzed on that foot. Like my like little three toes, like the smallest ones, they're pretty much paralyzed. Like they don't move.
Your piggies are paralyzed.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. So like I can't like do like, it's really hard for me to like switch pop now and nollie and any kind of switch flip trick that you got to like flick with. Like I can't make my ankle do it anymore or like catch it with my toes, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I broke a toe a long time ago, dude, and I battled that broken toe for like years.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's never ending, and then you think it's over, and then you injure it again. You're like, "Fuck, dude, this toe," you know. And
Yep.
I didn't get the barbecue skews like you did. I just like one toe was just
Yeah.
hanging around, dude.
Yeah, I was fucked, dude. That shit sucked.
Well, you survived it, and it's good now because I've been seeing you ripping, dude. So
Yeah, it has no effect on me now except I can't say switch or nollie, you know?
hey, you know, you got to give that one up to the skate
But I can
gods.
like, I can switch tray because you can like not use your front foot very much on that and switch
Ye-
shove it, some kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
But if I
Switch.
try to switch flip or switch heel flip or anything like that, it's just like dead leg.
Yeah. So okay, so moving from sponsorship life to working in skateboarding. You
So
also, if correct me if I'm wrong, you've like judged. Do you do some judging too?
I did a little bit of judging too.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I've watched you do or seen you somewhere judging.
Yeah. So what happened was, so I would always do, eventually for West Side, I started like team managing West Side because like John's busy. He's like, just, you know, let's build a team, make these videos. So I would always organize the teams for West Side, help organize all the videos, get Joe to edit them, you know, do everything. you know, like a normal team manager would for a company for West Side.
Yep.
And I think Craig from Satori was like kind of talking to Montesi about like, this is 2006. So I had been living in Hollywood, went to San Francisco, stayed in San Francisco for like 6 months and filmed like that part for seasons. And then
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you know, I'm not making any money from skating anymore. Unbelievers is gone. I guess I'll go back to Florida. Everyone like at that time was living in Miami. So I just moved to Miami where everybody else was living.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah. And then we filmed, I think it was The Good Life down there while we all lived in Miami, which was awesome.
Yeah, that is a good life.
Yeah. And so at Tampa Am, Craig from Satori comes up to me and he's like, have you ever thought about, you know, maybe being a team manager for a company? And he's like, we're looking for one for Satori. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I'll fucking hire you. Like, you want to move back to San Francisco?
Dude,
Fuck yeah, I want to move to San Francisco again.
it's like redemption, bro.
Yeah. And so that was 2006. And I've been here ever since, almost 15 years.
What? That's way sick, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's a testament to you not being an asshole.
Right?
There's people that are assholes and they burn bridges and then like, you know.
Yeah. I just always try to be cool to people and, you know, not take advantage of shit and just have fun.
How many parts do you think you filmed?
I
Take your time.
have to count it, I think.
You're blowing my mind constantly on your Instagram too, just so I can tell
It's
you
really
that.
fun.
It's awesome.
I'd
There's-
say I probably filmed anywhere between 12 and 15 parts.
Yeah, pro as fuck, bro. Pro as fuck.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. That's
12
awesome.
or 15 parts, yeah.
That's kind of how I've always like judged who's pro. I know there's like the marketing side or whatever, but
Yeah.
like your body of work, really, you know, like video
Mhm.
parts for a long time are like a standard. And I think they still are, you know, like
It was just always easier for me to go out and film. And like we always skated with our like little crew of guys from Florida and we travel together and we just do our shit and feed off each other, you know? And it was like never felt like we were like working for something. Like it was just like we'd film, and like, all right, it's time to edit. And like there was never like, oh my God, we have a week to film. I gotta kill myself. You know, like it was like we never thought of it like that.
yeah.
Just like, oh, this is what we have now. Boom, there's a part, you know?
Yeah. That's sick and just kept going too. That was kind of like when I grew up, I skated with Chris Tremblay. You remember Chris at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the same thing to his foot too. He had pins in it too, I remember.
Mhm.
Actually, that reminded me, which is gnarly because I think he did it. Oh no, I think he heard it at Skaters Island. Do you remember Skaters
Yeah.
Island? Yeah. But yeah, me and Chris would just film, and then just like make little parts, but we're always on the mission. It was like
Mhm.
everything, you know?
And I
And
mean,
just
back then it was so easy because there was like 6 video magazines.
yep.
There was always skate shop videos. Like every year, a year or two, we were doing West Side videos. The companies we skated for were always doing video. You know, like that was like the video age. You know.
Yeah. I love that age for sure.
Yeah, it was fun. So I guess trying to think now. So from Satori, I worked at Satori for like a little over 2 years, and it felt like they were kind of like moving out of skateboarding at the time and kind of getting more into the musical side of their stuff.
Yeah.
They were sponsoring musicians and like their apparel is what was making them money then. It wasn't the skateboarding. So they kind of were like following what was like going to make them money.
Yeah, like you can't be a business without customers.
Yeah. So it kind of went from like, oh, we're going to run 2-page ads in Thrasher to we're going to make 10,000 reggae CDs instead. And I was kind of got over it, you know?
You didn't want to grow dreadlocks?
Nah, I never had the dreads. I had some long ass hair though.
Someone should draw you doing like a backsmith down like a 15 stair with dreadlocks.
Right?
Just
That
what
would
you
that would be mean.
Yeah, true, true.
back then. But I mean, Satori was tight, and like it was my first team manager job, and like looking back on it now, it's like I can't believe I take these dudes on tour with like that little bit amount of money and no plan and none, you know?
Yeah.
Because like
So
it was like the Satori trips were like, all right, let's set up like 6 demos. They're gonna give us $300 to come through, and that's like how we fed ourselves.
yeah, that's
You know,
like
because there wasn't much money. Like we barely had enough money to like get the van and tickets to get to where we needed to go because they were so small at the time.
yeah.
And then eventually, you know, it got bigger and we were able to like support the guys more and go on more trips and do more cool shit. And then I don't know, I just felt like it was time to move on. I wasn't feeling the same out in the as it was, you know?
Yeah. I rode for Fibro for years, and that's what we did too. We just did like grassroots marketing where you just link up with the shop, work, and then show up, shred the park with all the people there, peel out on the way out of the demo,
Yeah.
and like just have a great time and also make a little mark, you know,
Yeah.
and then somehow get to the next place.
Yep, totally.
It's insane.
I
Those are
remember
some
like
funnest
setting up
times.
those tours and having to print out like MapQuest shit. Like, okay, so we're gonna leave this skate park. We're staying at this hotel, and you have to like print a thing. And from the hotel, we got to go to this skate shop. So you're printing your next like fucking path. And then it was like and then it was like finally like the GPS came out, and you can get a GPS, and it was like I don't got to do that anymore. Fucking thank God, you know.
Yeah, you're not like a skate professor, like with all these binders and trapper keepers and stuff.
Dude, you used to have to like do so much crazy prep work because there wasn't internet on your fucking phone.
Yeah, that's a testament to how old we are.
I don't even know if like I remember going on trips with no cell phones,
Yeah, truly lost, truly out there.
you know.
Yeah, like nowadays, kids are so connected. It's like probably such a crazy concept to think about just being somewhere where you don't know where you are. And
Yeah.
you know, you're not connected.
Yeah, now it's like I put my GPS on because I just want to know how long it's going to take me to get there. I know
Yeah.
where I'm going. I'm like, shit, 48 minutes, damn it.
That's so funny.
You know?
It's crazy too because those GPS just update when there's traffic now and just route you around things, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
I remember like those trips without any of that shit, you know?
Yeah, that's the Wild West days, bro.
Like trips without cell phones and like you actually talk to your fucking friends and hang out,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Dude, it's insane, man.
Now it's
Yo,
like you go on a trip and like the dudes are just all got their ear pods in and they're all listening to different music, just like on their phones, and you're just like, okay,
you're like, wake up, we're here. We're all here. Everyone's
yeah,
off in a digital space somewhere. Like went to a park the other day, and we like rented out the session. It's like kind of like a community park where you can rent out 2-hour sessions.
oh nice,
Yeah, we rented one out, and then the next session these dudes came in, and I think they rented it out. But like they literally didn't even like roll around or skate until we all left. It was like I don't know if they just didn't want to skate or if they're just trying to be polite to like let us finish
yeah,
up or something. But like even one of us was like went up to him and was like, you just roll around, like whatever, you know. But
mm,
it was just weird because they're all on their phones. They're just all looking down on their phones, like sitting. Like I'm like, this is so strange.
yeah,
Like,
crazy,
yeah. It's crazy because we get used to the fucking technology, and especially with the COVID stuff and having
yeah,
like weird interactions with people, and then you're already interacting on your phone. It's like gives you so many excuses not to like look someone in the eye or like say hi or goodbye or acknowledge each other. It's insane
right,
now.
yeah.
Not that it's all that, but there's a portion of that going on.
I mean, COVID for me wasn't even that fucking bad. I mean, it sucks for, you know, like what everyone's dealing with. But
Yeah.
for me, it was just like, it's like, all right, I can't fucking work. So whatever, I'm just gonna fucking skate every day. I skate by myself all the time anyway, so I'm just like, whatever. And now I
Yeah.
got all the fucking time in the world because I don't gotta go to fucking work.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could just sit there and be like, I don't care if it takes me 100 tries to make this fucking stupid trick. I got all the fucking time in the world.
Yeah, it's like let's get back to what the session I was working on.
You know, like I just didn't, you know, and like I was really fucking lucky because um, I'm part of the union, like the local union up here for like stage working and video, you know, like movies and theater kind of shit. It's local 16. So we were warned like weeks in advance, like this could possibly happen. Apply for unemployment now,
Nice.
you know? So I just applied for unemployment probably like 2 weeks before the fucking pandemic really hit. So by the time it really hit, they had accepted my claim.
Nice.
So I instantly just started getting unemployment the entire time, which was like such a fucking stress relief.
Yeah, load off your back, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, if I didn't have that, it would have been a completely different ball game, and I would have been stressed the fuck out. But like,
Yeah.
luckily, like I had that warning, so I was able to plan ahead. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the beginning of the pandemic for me, like I saw it as an opportunity to go out and skate street spots that you normally couldn't because there was less security guards.
Yeah. I mean, it felt really fucking weird. Like the first like month of it, it like was like spooky, and you'd like be on the street and be like, dude, I feel fucking weird. Like people watching me, like what the fuck's going on? Like where is everybody? You know? And then I just found places where like nobody's at. And I just fucking skate there all day by myself. Like this is great. Or like a couple of my friends would show up and like we'd hang out every day. So it's just like our little group. We skate every day, you know?
It's like being fucking 13 again and just the crew showing up in session in somewhere where there's not a big demo or anything, just an empty parking lot again.
After 41.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's
We
hilarious.
skated under IKEA a lot because they have like a roof so you could skate under there and they had like bumps and like you could tip benches over and
Nice.
whatnot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, out here we have no spots in the shade.
Oh, rough.
Nothing's covered. Nothing's in the shade. It's like you're just direct sunlight.
Yeah.
All the good spots are like just in direct sunlight. You're like, shit.
Yeah, man, that's brutal.
Hmm.
How did Santa Cruz how did you officially start working for them?
So I went from Satori to not doing anything for a few months, and then started working for Street Corner, which was uh, Think, City Skateboards, Hubba Wheels, and Venture.
Yeah.
So I started with team managing for them, and I did work for them again for about another 2 years. And then they were like basically doing the transition over to Deluxe, and stuff was, you know, they were moving around. And I had not been getting along with a couple of the people that worked there. So I basically left. I was just like, I'm not going to work with people who like I don't want to be around.
Yeah, that's
You
hard.
know,
It's
there's
hard to
nothing
like
bad
realize.
against like anybody there. Like they wanted stuff done one way, and the way that they would. This isn't Tony. Tony's the fucking man. This has nothing to do with Tony Vitello. He's the shit.
Yeah.
Tony was the sickest boss ever. Um, these are just like people I had to work with day to day on other things. Uh, I would be like mistreated, like carry my fucking camera bag, dude. You know, like that kind of shit. Instead of being like, hey Nick, I have so much stuff to carry. Can you like help me carry my flashes and stuff to the skate spot? You know,
Yeah.
and I would have been like, oh fuck yeah, like no problem. Here you go, boom, boom, boom. It would just be like, yo, fuck, carry my shit, dude. I'm like, no, I don't answer to shit like that. Like, no,
Yeah. Good for
you
you.
carry your own shit when you ask like that. You know?
Yeah, it's like we're supposed to be working together. I'm not working for you.
Yeah. So it felt like I was more of a working for him instead of like, actually, I'm the team manager, dude. You're supposed to actually be like kind of working for me and you know making sure the stuff I'm scheduling is happening and you're shooting the shit.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
So it's kind of, you know, it is what it is. I
There's
had a great
always
time there though. It was really fucking fun.
Yeah. There's always like an asshole, and I've been that asshole at times, so it's like it happens.
Yeah, it's all good. No hard
Yeah.
feeling. I see the guy now. We're fucking totally cool.
It's weird in
So,
skateboarding too because it's like the lines are blurred between like play and actual work.
you
And
know, and I
me,
don't know. Maybe like he wanted to be the team manager and the photographer, and then they hired me to be the team manager, so he was pissed. Like, who
yeah,
fucking knows?
you never know, bro.
You know, like maybe he wanted to do both and was like, I could just do fucking both, but he still hired a team manager, you know?
So is Street Corner even around anymore? It's not, right?
No, everything in Street Corner, basically, Think and Hubba went to low card and they had
Okay.
it for a little bit. And then Venture went to Deluxe.
That's right.
And it was basically, you know, a few years after Tony's dad died, and he had to make a decision. What's more important, Thrasher or Street Corner? Because he can't be splitting his time up anymore. It's too much on his plate,
Yeah.
you know? So obviously it's Thrasher.
The Bible.
Yeah. And look where it is now. It's
Yeah.
fucking killing it.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, so they, you know, they did what they could, like gave the companies the low card, like here, try to keep them going. And then you know, it was hard for Rob and them to do it. It was a little overwhelming, I think, for them. You know, which is understandable. They went from just like low card, like a little magazine and clothing company, to like we have a $10,000 or 10,000 fucking board order Zoomies. Like, can you fill this? Like, that's kind of fucking stressful for somebody who's not used to that shit.
Yeah, that's a lot to be thrown on your plate for sure.
Yeah, you know, so after Think, I went and helped out over at Low Card for a little bit, and then I started doing like I got into doing like stage lighting. Like I just had no job and I was kind of chilling, and one of my wife's friends was just like, this guy Dan was just like, hey, do you want to want like a seasonal job? Like we need help this like Christmas season because they do so many like big corporate events in the city.
Yeah.
We need help doing all like the fucking stage lighting and shit. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. Like I'm not doing anything. So I started doing that, and that was 10 years ago. And I did that for a while, and then me and Montesi did Paradise Wheels for like 4 years.
Yeah, I remember Paradise.
Yeah. So the whole time we were doing Paradise, I was still doing the stage lighting because that's what paid the bills. Like Paradise was like, we never took a cent from Paradise.
That's
So we
sick,
did
though.
that for a while. Then that like same thing, it got really overwhelming. It's like I did all the day-to-day stuff for Paradise, team managing, brand managing, sales, like everything. I was like, you know about that shit. It's hard.
It's more than a full-time job.
Yeah, and we were getting, you know, pretty big orders in, and it started getting to the point where our orders were bigger than we could afford to get made.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and it was like I can't really be like I'm giving terms to these people, so I'm not like getting the money up front.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we started the company with $5,000 and it went all over the world in for 4 years off of just like an initial $5,000 investment.
That's
which is pretty
unbelievable.
crazy to think about. We just
Yeah,
bought wheels and flipped them, bought more wheels, flipped them, and just kept doing it bigger and bigger and bigger, you know?
Yeah, there's
We
a
never
lot of
any
time
profit.
working. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work. That's what that is really. Like turn 5,000 into hours of work to like create it and get it going. Sweat equity in there.
You know, we try to pay the riders. Like if we made like 150 pairs of your wheels, we just cut you a check for $150, whether they
Yeah.
sold or not, you know?
That makes a huge difference to the riders though, you know?
Yeah.
That's
And like
important.
sometimes like it would take a while for us to pay them. Sometimes it wouldn't. It's just, you know, like I said, like sometimes we had 60-day terms with these people. So it was like, yeah, we sold out of your wheels, but we haven't got paid for them yet.
Yeah, which
You
is
know?
rough. Yeah, especially if you start at basically with not like that first out $5,000 is eaten up so fast.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's gone, you know?
And then you have to figure out how to grow because the opportunity is there, and you're just starting with nothing. You already spent the first initial, you know.
Yeah, and luckily, like I worked at Low Card, so I just rented like a little shelving unit, basically, enough space to have a little company in the warehouse for like basically nothing, you know.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
And we just did it out of there, and eventually it was just too much, and I was working too much, and I had to decide like real career, like hobby skate company, basically.
Yeah. That must be hard just to like stop because you're in the inertia of doing it for so long, you know, like to like switch it up and just
Yeah,
yeah.
it was good, but I think I was just burnt out. I was ready. I was like, whatever. Like, I did what I could. I can't afford to hire people to do this stuff. Like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah. How
I
long
need
of
to
a
put my energy somewhere else, you know?
how long of a run did you get?
We did 4 years, I think.
Damn, that's solid. That's like 4 years of school, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And so the whole time I was doing the stage lighting stuff and shit, what happened? I had just heard about the Santa Cruz job was like basically like right after Andrew Canning got there.
Yeah.
And I just hit up Andrew and I was just like, hey, dude, like, kind of miss working in skating. Like, heard there's a job over there. Like, I'm down to talk about it if you are. And he was like, oh, yeah, shit, cool. Yeah, fucking come to NHS, you know? And this is probably like maybe a year after we stopped doing Paradise. Maybe, yeah, a year or two. And I wasn't skating that much. I was just working a lot, maybe skate once a week or something at the most, you know? And went met Andrew. We talked about it, and then like a couple weeks went by. We talked about it again, and I got hired, and I just started working for Santa Cruz. It was fucking awesome. I was stoked.
Dude, that's so heavy. Like that's definitely like people's dream job is to be able to work in skateboarding for a
Mhm.
brand that's been around for over 30 years. Like
What was funny was so when they hired Andrew, I was also interviewed for the job Andrew got.
nice.
I was
That's fun.
also interviewed. I've been interviewed at NHS like 6 times for different things,
Damn.
and it was the team manager one that stuck.
That's a
I
good
was
one.
I was interviewed to be uh, indie team manager before they had Rhino,
Yep.
but they hired Rhino because he's more connected with Thrasher and took photos and stuff, and I was just the team manager. I didn't film or anything like that,
Yeah, that makes
Which
sense.
later on I ended up becoming the filmer and filming and editing and all that kind of shit.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, and so I didn't get that job. Then I got interviewed to be the brand manager, and then Andrew got that job, and then later on down the line, I got the job being the team manager.
Yeah, that's sick. What was the team at the time?
It was basically the same guys that are there, like not like the newer dudes, like not like Mario or any of those guys, but it was E-Man, this guy Josh Borden, Dressen, Jason Jesse, Tom Knox, uh Asta, fucking this guy Mikey Curtis. He was like a Santa Cruz local. He had been on and off Santa Cruz for like 10 years at that time.
Yep.
It's like he was a little kid. And I don't know, they basically hired me and they wanted to rebuild the team. So I found like they had already been like flowing Kevin Braun and Dylan Williams.
Yep. Dylan
So we
Rips.
worked on getting them full on the team, filming a video for them and Eric Winkowski.
Yep.
So those were the first 3 guys that I got on the team. They had already been flowed a little bit, but needed to like take the next little step.
Yeah.
And then the next guys were Mario McCoy, Henry Gartland, Jeremy Nibbs, and Fabiana.
Nice.
And those were the next like group of people I brought in, which is now like their main fucking team,
Yeah, definitely.
And all of them they're all pro now and shit, which is cool. I'm stoked. It sucks I wasn't there to like turn them pro. So I only worked for Santa Cruz for about 2.5 years. That seems like my theme. 2.5 years, and then I move on, from the skate thing. But this
Yeah.
time I was let go. It's the first time I was ever let go from any job in my life.
Oh, crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, by Andrew Cannon too. it was at the time it was like fuck, but now it's like funny. I was like, ah, Andrew fired me. That's hilarious.
Son of a bitch.
You know, like I don't care. It's like I don't know, like if I deserved it or if I what exactly happened, but they were just bummed on like I think I gave the guys too much freedom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, like they wanted us because this is like so we went to Spain for like 3 weeks, and my thing is once we're done skating, I don't really give a fuck what you want to do. Like if you want to go eat with as a group and we go team dinner, cool. If everyone wants to go eat wherever and do their own fucking thing, like I don't fucking care. We're done skating. You did your job for the day. Like go do whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were like too psyched on that. They wanted more of like the team, like exclusive team dinners every night and this and that. And it's like some guys are vegan. Some guys want McDonald's. Some guys want this. It's like I give the guys per diem so they could just go freely go eat what they want.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense to me.
You know, it's like you pulled up at a place that has 10 restaurants and it's like, all right, we have an hour. Meet back at the van. And like 2 dudes go eat vegan. 2 guys go to fucking McDonald's. 5 guys go get pizza. It's like just the way it is.
Yeah, there's like a time and place. Like sometimes it's more practical to approach it that way, you know?
Yeah, and like we're in Spain, it's like some guys like just want to eat at the same place every day because it's like the food they're comfortable with.
Yeah, I was that
And
guy.
some guys like really want to go explore and eat some fancy ass shit, and other dudes don't have the money to do that.
Yeah, true.
You know, you got your top paid fucking pro with like the am who's getting kibbles.
Yeah, yeah, true.
You know?
I do. I was that am for a long time, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to eat steak and lobster, and you're like, oh, I'm going to Burger King, dudes.
And there's always that one dude that's like, I need to spend this all on weed and beer, and I don't care about that meal.
Yeah.
Ramen, dude.
You know, so I think that like they were like bummed. I was kind of letting the guys have like freedom to do whatever. I don't care what you do after we're done skating, just skate. And if you don't get too fucked up so you can't skate the next day, that's all I ask.
That sounds like a solid team manager.
And I'm not gonna
rules.
bitch and fucking go after you until your partying becomes a problem with your skating.
Yeah.
You know, or you just do something really stupid that I have to try to fucking, you know, correct.
Yeah,
wise and stuff. Like I've had some bad incidents. We won't get into it because the people that did them are really cool and everybody knows them. But
well, it just goes
know,
back
like,
to the beginning of the podcast where we said there, you make the mistakes. Like people make mistakes.
yeah, and then you got to go back and you got to. But nowadays, you can go back and like have a conversation with someone and not kick them off the fucking company.
Yeah, true.
Like,
So true.
you know, they could have been like, "Hey, Nick, T-Bone, yo, while you're in public, keep it cool." You know, like, we had a lot of shops around. Like, you guys got to kind of keep it mellow when we have like clients around. You know, like
Yeah.
just basic shit.
Yeah.
You know,
It
but
happens.
Santa Cruz was like the biggest like travel budget I've ever had to work with, and like the most diverse team of like from young people to fucking classic pros and just all styles of skating. Like we could just go anywhere and any of the dudes could just fucking do anything, you know?
Yeah, the team alone is so insane. All those guys ripped, like
Mm-hmm.
it's insane, dude.
You know, and like getting like work with like Jeff Kendall and people like that. Like I have a picture of me standing next to Jeff Kendall when I'm like 8 years old.
Damn,
At
that's
a fucking
wild.
demo in Florida, you know? And then like 20 years later, he's like my boss, you know?
That's so sick to hear though. Cause like being like younger and thinking it's possible if skaters actually work hard and like stick and focus on skating, that it's possible that you could start something that employs people and gives people opportunity to travel and then
Yeah.
it's the titles that it's not the main goal to be pro, but like just having the pro board and having that art created and all that work together
Yeah.
to create something is like
And like I love all the behind the scenes shit, and then you actually get like the sample and you're like, oh shit, I'm holding it,
yeah,
you know?
totally.
But yeah, after that Spain trip, about a month later, you know, he came in, sat me down, kind of explained stuff, and you know, it is what it is. And but the best thing is that they didn't leave me high and dry. I got a pretty nice fucking severance package.
Yeah, nice.
You know, like, because at the time, still working for Santa Cruz, doing all that traveling and all that shit, I still did event lighting. If I was in San Francisco and I wasn't on a trip and not skating, I was taking jobs doing event lighting still.
Yeah.
And then, like, no offense to NHS, but like, I live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. What I was getting paid was like barely paying my monthly bills, and then I'm working a second job to like for my extra income to like, you know, eat well and fucking live right, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's good that you have that work ethic, man.
And I've always pretty much had that. Like when we were like young, like me, Rosa, and Buchanan, we'd go do landscaping with Buchanan's dad for like 3 weeks. Like he took care of this big apartment complex, and we'd work for 3 weeks, make enough money to travel for a month, and then we'd come back and work for 3 weeks, go back, you know? So it was like always something like instilled in us to like earn a little money, go, earn a little money, go.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. It's good that you kept your focus and you focused on skating, but you weren't above hard work and thinking someone had to do it for you or that you needed a sponsor or whatever. Like,
I mean, in my 20s, I was definitely not trying to work. You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
that. Yeah, I get
And
that.
it wasn't until the event lighting thing where you make really fucking good money right when you start. And that just flipped. And I was like, I can make, you know, $25 an hour to start.
Yeah.
And the way that the stuff works is you get paid for 10 hours, right? No matter what. So if I go into a job and it only takes us 3 hours to set up, I'm walking out with 10 hours of pay, whether I'm working 10 hours or not.
Damn, that's nice.
It's a guaranteed day rate, no matter how long it fucking takes.
Yeah, that's good to have, man.
And then if you work over 10, you're going to get paid overtime, you know? Well, that's how it was back then. Now there's all these new labor laws, and it's like we're employees now, and we only do, you know, it's crazy. Like they changed everything up. So now it's like before we were 1099, and I always was 1099
Yeah.
my entire life until 2 years ago when they changed the laws here.
That's crazy.
But if they didn't change the laws here, I would have never got like health insurance and been able to get unemployment insurance now when we were in this bind, you know, like all that kind of shit. So
Oh, so that's why they changed it from the 1099.
yeah,
Yeah, sick. Well,
it's
I'm glad it's working.
Equal working rights. Because I was like, you're busting your ass for these people, but like they're not doing anything for you, you know? They're
Yeah.
not taking care of you. So this is a way where they make it mandatory that like you get health coverage, and it sucks you get your taxes taken out. Before it was like right off your goddamn whole life and like barely paying any taxes, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's pretty
insane.
fun.
That's good though, but because the last 2, 3, 4 years have been so crazy in life that it's like people don't know like where they're gonna be or how to pay their bills. Like so much heavy shit just happened
Yeah.
to everybody at once. You know?
I mean, I was just so lucky that I had the event lighting, and then during the time of Santa Cruz, I also started working on like photo sets and movie sets, commercials, and started doing like prop styling.
yeah.
And I was doing big event power distribution, like fucking running like these giant generators, fucking Metallica concerts and shit, like gnarly stuff.
That sounds
It was
sick.
pretty nuts. But now I've completely moved into only photo studio work,
Rad.
which is really cool.
So you're just shooting like product or models or both?
I do. So what had happened is after Santa Cruz, I started working freelance for like a bunch of different places. Like whatever, I have so many friends that do this stuff now. It's like the after skater job, basically,
Nice.
out here at least. So I do event lighting. I go fucking work in photo studios, just whatever I could do. And I built like these set walls, freelance for my buddy. We built all these set walls for Old Navy, and we're delivering the set walls to Old Navy. Fucking open the door, and it's Rick Avicetta. He's the head guy at the fucking photo studio.
Whoa.
Remember Rick Avicetta, the old New Deal pro,
Yeah, yeah.
in the '90s?
That's wild.
He like opens the door and he's all like, Nick, and I'm like, Rick, what the fuck? You know, like no idea that we did the same thing.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so we deliver the things, and I'm, you know, get Rick's info. I hadn't seen him in like years, and he hit me up and he's like, hey, we're looking for a new like studio photo assistant here. Like, you down? I was like, fuck yeah. And that was like 2 years ago, and I've been pretty much working there almost full time ever since.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
Skateboarding.
yeah, it's so it's Gap, Old Navy, Banana Republic, Athleta. It's like their whole umbrella, and we shoot all their like in-house studio work. They have another team that does like the marketing for like on-site stuff, like out of the studio.
Yeah.
So depending on what the shoot is, I do different stuff. Like if it's on figure when we're shooting the models, I'm just the photo assistant, and I'm basically there to concentrate on the lighting and like might be like trick out like the shadows and like put all these little like different things in to make it look cool.
Yeah, like some filters and whatnot.
Yeah, we have all these different like cutouts we use to cast shadows like over the model's face and like cool little things. But like in between every shot, it's like I go do my thing, make sure the lighting's right. They shoot the next model. She goes changes her outfit, and while she's changing, I'm like changing the background a little bit. So I'll do that a bunch. And then if we're shooting lay down, I'm more hands-on with the camera, changing the angles, doing everything. I have to save and process everything on the shoot. It's like digital tech is what they call it.
Yeah.
Photo assisting and digital tech
Nice.
at the same time. It's kind of it's a lot, but it's got a higher rate and it's cool. Like you're more hands-on, like doing shit.
It's good that you got into photography then.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't like I always like I'd say street photography. Like I never fucked with flashes and shit. I always did natural lighting photography. It was never really messed with the flashes. So when I always did stage lighting. So lighting like stage is the complete opposite of lighting photo. Like photo, like in skateboarding, the photographer, you know, they put the light directly onto the skateboarder.
Yeah, yeah.
In like fashion photography, you always bounce the light off something. You'll never ever put direct light onto somebody.
Yeah.
And in stage lighting, it's all direct light. So it's like
a contrast between what you could do, and it could probably challenge you a bit.
Yeah, so it was like a whole new thing. It's like, oh, I want to hit the person behind me, but I got to shoot in front of me.
Yeah.
The light, you know, and I'm bouncing off of this fucking giant reflector card, and like it was like a whole little process to figure out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think you never see fucking out skating. He's like bringing out a V flat, like let me bounce the sunlight onto the rail so I get your face right, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's more portrait stuff. Like if you went out and shot a portrait with someone and they brought out that. Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so it's cool. I like it. It's good work, and it's always different and interesting, you know.
Yeah, which is important in a job because the repetitive same stuff every day can kill you too, you know?
Yeah, and that's why I like the stage lighting. It was always different. Different bands, different event venues, you know.
Yeah. So you've been able to skate lately though. You've been shredding, that's good. Just staying busy out there. Did it freeze?
Weekend warrior, basically. Last couple months.
Yeah, nice. That's kind of me too. I've been working like Monday through Friday and then Saturday and Sunday trying to get free to catch a session. Even if I can't skate, I'll try to go film or edit something related to skating, you know, like.
Yeah, I usually get out on like Saturday and Sunday. If I'm off during the week, I'll definitely go skating unless my wife's off work. And then usually though, like Saturdays, sometimes wife day. So like if it's wife day, I go skate at like 8 in the morning. I'm home by noon to like go do what we got to do, you know?
Yeah, that's good schedule though.
You know, like I'll go up and skate, wake up hella early and go skate by myself. Like, I don't give a shit. I just
Yeah.
want to be out skating, and I don't care if my friends are there or if I'm alone. Of course, it's better when they're there, but it's not many people you can call and be like, meet me at the courthouse at 9 a.m., bro.
So true.
You
I've
know?
always I've always been like really lucky because I live near this indoor skate park and it's
Mhm.
massive. It's like 30,000 square feet indoor park and
Jesus.
people go there. So I could go at any time and I can skate by myself because it's big enough that if I want to skate by
Mhm.
myself, or there's always someone there, like skating.
Yeah,
So if you feel like meeting someone or one of your homies there, like it's just a nice starting spot, you know?
yeah.
That's clutch to have.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's why, like, during COVID, I was just like, was like, this is never gonna happen again. I'm gonna skate as much as I fucking possibly can, and I'm gonna see what the fuck I can get away with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I would just think of tricks that are like combos I've never done, or like learn a new trick, and then, all right, well, I learned fakie back tail. Can I big spin out? Can I shove it out? Can I kick flip out? Like, I would just basically just beat the trick to death and do whatever I could out of it, and then I just move on to the next trick, you know?
Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. Especially because like skating has propelled you in life and gave you a lot of cool opportunities. And like it's the act of skating that kept that fire going. So to get that free time to just have fun and indulge and work on things that you had in your mind is like the best.
Yeah, I actually don't even know what happened. It was like one day I just did a new trick and I was like, oh, that kind of felt cool. I haven't had that feeling in a long time because I'd kind of like stopped pushing myself for like a couple years. Like the whole time I did Santa Cruz, I barely skated. Like I just didn't have any like try. I guess it was because I worked in it every day. I was just like, yeah, it's not as fun to like do it myself now, you know?
And you wouldn't be able to do that job as well if you're trying to skate as much. Like you almost have to
Mhm.
put it on the back burner to actually focus on the task at hand, you know? It's hard to
Yeah, and
double
then it would be
task.
like I would skate like during the week sometimes and like post something on Instagram, and then like someone at NHS would be like, well, if he's out skating all the time, like how is he working? And I have to be like, well, is my work not getting done? And he'd be like, no, you're doing your work great. I'm like, then what does it matter what time I do my work?
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
could skate
true.
all day, and if I work from 8 at night to 3 in the morning and my work's finished on time, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and actually, if you catch that session, you're probably going to work harder at skateboarding just because you actually are still connected to like sweating and your heart, you know,
Yeah,
and doing it. Like, because that for me, man, like I work my ass off in skating, like, um, and it's because of those sessions that I want to do it. I'm like, yeah,
hmm,
like I'll go do like skate with my homie Chloe or Anders or these like young dudes, and they're all loving skating and they're just stoked on everything going on and they're ready for the next events and
right.
like they're just like excited. And then like sometimes I'll film too much or sometimes I'll work too much and then I'll just go and be like, you know what, like I just need to go catch a session. And then I'll
Yeah.
go like sweat, even if I know I'm not trying that hard, but and then I just skate with them and then the fire's there again. You're like, okay, I can go a while without skating and go focus back on the emails and all the bullshit that
Right.
it takes, you know? But those sessions are so crucial, man.
They are.
Yeah.
You know,
It's,
and it's like now I appreciate skating so much more because I work a real job where it's like anytime I can get to go skate now, it's like I try to take advantage of it, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
Like, and especially like I'm fucking 42. It's like I don't know how long I'm going to be able to like pull the shit I'm pulling off right now. It's like I don't want to waste time. Like I want to see like, can I keep pushing myself? Or I know one day it's going to be like I can't do the shit I was capable of doing before.
Yeah.
Like I'm now already like I can't. I used to be able to, mildly jump down shit. I can't jump down fucking anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just collapse if it's like higher than waist high.
I'm right there with you, man. It's really because you know you're gonna do damage, so you're just like Is it worth it? Like, should I just not, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to let go with that, like, because like I skated a lot of big handrails in my day and
Yep.
like sketchy gaps and shit, and like it's an adrenaline thing, and then like you're challenging yourself, and then like and then it's just like diminishing returns at some point where you're like, dude, I know I can do it, but also there's so much damage that comes with this that it's like,
Yeah.
and I got so much other responsibilities too, you know, like that's just
Mhm.
us getting old, you know.
Yeah.
Lucky us though.
And I mean, I guess I'm just having more fun too, because it's like I'm just skating for myself. I don't have sponsors. I don't fucking film for real videos. I just go skate and like we fucking put our camera on a tripod and like we just see what we can get away with.
Yeah.
And there's like a group of like 5 or 6 of us every day that we're just like, they're, all younger. So it's like I'm like the old dude there trying to keep up with these fucking kids.
Oh, I know that feeling well, dude.
Yeah.
I've
And
had
they're
yeah,
killing.
it's like, you know, that with Santa Cruz and being a team manager, you watch kids go through what you've been through, like a version of it,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like, oh, it's so cool to see. And
I mean, it's kind of cool though. Like my skate crew, like everyone's over 30,
oh, sick.
and it's like, then everyone's skating better than they've ever skated in their lives.
That's so good to hear, dude. For
It's
real.
crazy.
That's so
Like
sick.
we don't like really, I don't really skate with like a lot of people in the industry anymore. Like they're still all my friends and shit, but it's like I just go skate with like a couple of my friends I've known for years. They're all kind of like old filmers or like they were for Thrasher. Like they're still kind of in it, but they don't like care.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's just there to skate and like because they love it and they want to have fun and there's nothing else. Like none of us are there to be like, oh my God, I want to get sponsored or like get this clip on Insta or like this or that. It's just like what can we get away with today? Like yesterday we did switch crook, fakie flip switch crook. Can we
Yeah.
switch fakie flip? Like
It's
so it's all like in a group, just kind of try a bunch of like random shit and see who can get away with it.
yeah, it's like come full circle back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, dude. Well, Nick, dude, I think that's a good spot to stop right there.
Right on.
Yeah, I appreciate you being down for this, man.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
You ever been on a podcast before?
Just one, the Scotty the Bodies thing for the border.
Oh, that's way sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's the
awesome.
first one.
Well,
I
fuck.
was really against being in front of a camera for the entire time of me skateboarding. Basically,
Yeah,
like
was it?
talking to a camera. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think there's any footage of me in front of a camera talking until I worked for Santa Cruz because they wanted that.
yeah,
And I think that's another reason. Like, I wasn't willing to be like a character in front of the camera,
yeah,
and like Andrew's really comfortable in front of the camera, and like Eric Palazzolo, the guy that took over my job when I left,
mm-hmm.
He's really comfortable in front of the camera. So that's kind of what they wanted. I think I was like their like get their shit together guy.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't 100% what they needed. And they
Yeah.
found that with Eric. He's a little bit younger, a little bit more go-getter, not as, I'm old fucking hard-headed dude.
yeah, yeah. That's fine. It's like if that's the direction they need to go, that's the direction you need to go. And it's I get that, dude. Like being in front of a camera and having to like do something you're not like inclined to want to do naturally is just like that's one of those things you have to like deal with, like even for me, like I have this podcast and I do a YouTube channel and I've been doing a lot of stuff for a long time, but like my inclination is to just be the kid skating the curb and like probably like trying to get over some emotions, so it's not to be like, hey, like look at this and that and like entertain. Like it's weird, man. Like it depends on your personality type too. Like I always wonder what I would have been like if I didn't go through like crazy shit at a young age, like losing my father and my mom's drug addiction. I don't know what I was, because that happened. My father passed when I was 12. And then I became like, I went inward because I had so much shit to think about, like I just like, and I was like vulnerable. So I went inward.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm a naturally extroverted or introverted person, There's personality tests out there that I should take or I hear people take like personality tests to let you know like what you are, you know, because it's hard to pay attention and be like, what do I actually enjoy doing, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate this, and this was so much fun, dude. So if you're down, man, let's give it a little bit of time, and then we'll pick back up because I feel like me and you could talk about anything, and there's endless stories that'll just keep popping up, you know?
I know. I didn't even get into like the crazy team manager mishaps.
Oh, we'll do round 2 then for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I got some fucking funny ass stories about this dude.
I used to ride for Phantom, so you remember Phantom, right?
I know. We used to call it Dark Star Phantom Menace.
Dude, all right. Well, fuck yeah, Nick. Thank you, and we'll do round 2 100%.
Sounds good, man.